Hey there guys, I don't know if you can see it, but I have created the world here for you. I'll explain more in a moment, but I thought this would be a cool way of breaking down a very clear similarity between early modern explorers, mainly from Europe, trying to find their trade routes to China and India, and kind of our current reality right now with space travel. So let's check out more. So let's give this a try. I don't know if you can see it, but this is Portugal right here. Okay, so we've got Portugal. From Portugal, it's about 850 miles to the Canary Islands. 850 miles. Not very far, especially when you think of the fact that the Portuguese were trying to go around Africa to India, right? To trade in the Indian Ocean markets of Calicut and places in the Indian Ocean. Or, even better yet, all the way to China, right? And the markets of the East where they could get silks, spices, porcelain, the high-end commodities that they desired, right? This was their trade network. But this, right, is about 12,000 total miles, okay? So, little places like the Canary Islands and the Azores were spots for the Portuguese to get out and refill their supplies of fresh water and fix any damages on the boats before they got out into the world, okay? Ultimately, the places they wanted to get to, like South America, the New World, much further journey. So what's my point? I'll show you. So here's my other artwork, right? We've got the solar system. Here's the sun over here. She's a big one. Here's our planets, okay? We're the third planet. So here's Earth in blue. The moon is the yellow chalk dot. All right, why? What's the point? So NASA just announced this week that they found a lot of water on the moon on the sun-facing side, so over here. Enough water that they believe that potentially in the future, we could make enough hydrogen to fuel rockets based on the water we're finding on the moon. So what would happen is, on Earth, we would travel from here to the moon and would burn a lot of rocket fuel doing it because we have to leave our atmosphere. But once we're out of our atmosphere, we could load up a new rocket booster and then use that to either travel to Mars or further out to the asteroid belt, where they are now finding large chunks of metal, really rare metals that have huge value. We're talking about value, one asteroid has as much metal on it as the equivalent of the entire world's global economy for a year. So think of the incentive to try to get out here and mine and harvest some of those resources. You'd be filthy rich as a country. Very similar to how wealthy a lot of European nations were, right, when they traveled out of Europe and made it to places like India for the trade goods, for the silk and spices over here, for the silver that they found in places like Potosi down in Bolivia and the Spanish New World, right? So would you take the kind of wealth from the solar system today like they were taking from the world back then? And what's crazy is the moon could be for us what the Canary Islands was for the Portuguese, right? It's not the destination, it's the starting point. It's the 800 miles away refueling point to launch your 12,000 mile odyssey. The moon could be that same quick little rest stop that allows us to fill up our rocket fuel, launch ourselves deeper into space, but in essence do the same thing. Take the resources of a foreign land and bring it back. Why? For our benefit, for our financial wealth, for our technology. We could see the beginning of the exploration and the colonization of space. Wild. But it's kind of cool that we're living in a moment in time that mirrors so closely the age of exploration. Have a good one, guys.